Some interviewers push too far, and some celebrities don't just push back. They clap back with no mercy. From Tom Cruise shutting down personal questions to Scarlett Johansson calling out creepy curiosity about her underwear, these stars made it clear they're not here for disrespect. One moment it's a smile, the next it's pure fire on live television. So what happens when fame meets a question that crosses the line?
First of all, you smell good, which is surprising.
Why is that surprising?
I don't know. I just wouldn't think of a guy who would have a nice scent on. And
that's such a, like, I'm going to really work hard to not take that as a shot. You know what I mean? Like, because I think you would smell nice.
Even Jimmy Kimmel wasn't safe. When he joked that Jonah smelled good, surprisingly, Jonah didn't let that slide. You can see him doing mental math before saying, I'm going to try real hard not to take that as a shot. Savage, but classy.
And I'm so sorry about that.
I have seen you naked.
Were you able to sleep afterwards? Why are you looking down?
It's now my screensaver.
Why did you look down when you said that?
I was looking at my notes.
Not your notes are not over here.
They were right there.
When a reporter started her interview by saying he had seen her naked and even made it his screensaver, yeah, Sandra wasn't amused. She played along at first, but when he brought it up again, she told him flat out, not after this interview, and walked off.
How will this time be different? What are they rehabbing, first of all? What is on their list? What are they going to work on when you walk through the door?
Lindsay was dealing with addiction and court-mandated rehab, and Letterman turned it into a punchline. You could see her trying to smile through it until she finally says, "We didn't discuss this in the pre-interview." And honestly, you could hear the audience cringe.
About their underwear.
No, because it is such a skin tight. Here's
I'll
why.
leave it up to your imagination.
Oh, see?
Okay?
Is that...
Whatever you feel like I should be wearing or not wearing under that costume.
Scarlett was over it. When an interview asked if she was wearing underwear under her Black Widow suit, she shot back saying, "Why is everyone obsessed with this?" Her face said it all. Do better, journalists.
What do you want? Are you trying to fit into a cat suit?
I might be.
You are? Oh, okay. Well,
Secret's out.
it's going to take about 10 months.
Yeah.
At least it did for me.
Anna handled it like a pro. When asked about her fitness routine in a weirdly intense way, she called out the guy, flipped the script, and had him squirming. "Are you trying to fit into a cat suit?" she joked. Game, set, Catwoman.
Isn't this old news? Didn't I? I feel like I've talked about this for 6 months. I mean, right? I mean, I feel like I answered these questions.
By the time someone asked Joaquin again how he got into character for Joker, he flat out said, "Isn't this old news?" You could feel the exhaustion. He wasn't angry, he was just done. And honestly, fair enough.
You're stepping over a line now. You're stepping over a line. You know you are.
Well, I suppose they're questions
Peter,
that people want to know.
Peter, you want to know.
When an interviewer kept poking at Tom's divorce and whether Nicole Kidman was the love of his life, Tom stopped the conversation completely. "You're stepping over a line," he warned. It got awkward fast, but he stood firm.
Did you ever think, why are all these women in here? I thought this was supposed to be a man's movie.
No. Not for 1 minute.
A reporter tried to make Mad Max about men losing space to women and asked Hardy why there were so many women in the movie. Hardy didn't flinch, not for 1 minute. The mic drop that followed said it all.
I was referring to an interview given to Attitude magazine a few years ago.
But what is your question?
I was wondering if you find it difficult for celebrities to talk about their sexuality.
Another time, a journalist tried to press Tom Hardy about his sexuality live at a press event. Tom simply asked, "What are you on about?" and stared the man down until the moment dissolved in silence. The audacity.
Give you a direct statement right there is you playing a game that I'm not interested in playing.
Okay,
to give you a direct statement right there.
When Joy Behar called Novo Djokovic an anti-vaxxer and tried to get McConaughey to talk politics, he calmly dodged the setup and said, "Giving you a direct statement means playing a game I'm not interested in. That's how you do a smooth shutdown."
But I did invite you and you didn't come, so.
This time you invited me?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
How do you know? I don't think so.
Ask everybody. Ask Jonathan, your producer. Who said
Okay.
you were?
I was invited?
Right
Ellen tried to joke about not being invited to Dakota's birthday party, but Dakota had receipts. "I did invite you," she said deadpan. The silence afterward was louder than any mic drop. You could feel the tension.
You can't make me dance to your tune.
I'm
not a monkey.
I can't make you answer anything. I'm asking you interesting questions.
And I'm saying I refuse.
A reporter tried to bait Tarantino into a debate about violence in movies, and he snapped, "I'm not your monkey." It was fiery, emotional, and raw. He didn't yell, but he made it very clear he wasn't there to play.
There's a zillion stories, a zillion dramatic, exciting, adventurous, heartbreaking, triumphant stories that could be told.
When the reporter brought up Jamie Foxx's views, Quentin clapped back. You want to ask Jamie Foxx? He's here, go talk to him. You don't corner Quentin unless you want to get scorched.
Or whether that's still something.
I'm sorry, I really don't. What are we doing?
Well, I'm just asking questions, that's all.
Right. Bye.
RDJ was doing press for Iron Man, and the interviewer randomly started digging into his addiction and relationship with his father. Downey smiled, paused, then got up and said, "What are we doing?" and walked out. Smooth, powerful, necessary.
I want you off the set, you No, don't just be sorry. Think for 1 second. What the are you doing?
Okay, not exactly an interview, but when a lighting tech distracted Bale mid-scene, he unleashed the most intense meltdown in Hollywood history. It leaked, it trended, and he later apologized. But for that one moment, he snapped.
It's like, what am I doing with this kid? I'm 108 years old.
There's a lot of books in the Cullen household, but know what to expect when you're expecting a half.
Rob's known for being awkwardly charming, but one question too many about Twilight and his entire demeanor flips. He once said the only thing that makes him mad is being treated like he's still 22. You can see it in his face.
What about the crazy rumors that are out there? I mean, crazy rumors, for example, about you being a hermaphrodite. How do you feel about that when you read that?
I'm not even going to answer that question.
A reporter once asked Gaga if she'd ever tone down her looks to be taken seriously. She laughed and said, "You know what's serious? Making millions of dollars in high heels. Period."
And what are you looking for in the next man?
Pardon?
What are you looking for in a man now to wear this clothes?
I'm not looking for a man. Let's start there.
A reporter asked Rihanna, "What are you looking for in a man?" She shot back, "I'm not looking for a man. Let's start there." Iconic.
I want to thank my fans, Barty Gang, because even when I'm wrong, they be like, she's still right.
Cardi's been public about being disrespected by the industry. At an award show, she went off on people clapping for her now, but ignoring her before she got famous. "Keep that same energy," she said, loud, clear.
How'd you celebrate your 18th birthday?
I had a party back when it was legal. It was the best.
When asked about her body changing now that she's 18, Billy stared at the reporter and shut him down with silence. No yelling, just a cold, "That's weird." The internet had her back.
The user posted a picture of the woman whose upper body was covered with the caption, "Never trust a top half posting ass girl." Zendaya's reaction to the derogatory tweet was fierce and unapologetic.
Zendaya was once told she looked too thin to be a role model. She clapped back on Twitter with a full essay, called out body shaming, and posted actual side-by-side images of magazine retouches. She doesn't stay silent.
You can't live your whole life behind your phone, bro. Huh? You're just not gonna, you can't do that. You gotta live in the now.
Sorry.
You know?
At a red carpet event, Jennifer was answering questions when a reporter looked at his phone instead of her. She said, "You can't live your whole life behind your phone, bro," and then roasted him on camera. Queen behavior.
Jonah Hill. It's no secret that Jonah Hill prefers to keep his weight loss journey private, and that's totally within his right. Someone insensitively asked him whether he's still thought of as...
Are you still considered the fat guy when you go to a party or anything?
Hill's face speaks volumes, almost as if he can't quite believe the reporter's audacity. However, he handles the situation ever so smoothly, asking if there are any smarter questions before turning away.
Do you have any other questions that are smart?
Jonah's had to deal with fat jokes his entire career, even after losing weight and proving himself as both a comedy and drama actor. When someone asked if he was still the fat guy at parties, he shut it down with one line. "Do you have any smart questions?" Brutal. Deserved. So what are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments below.